Ba-da-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. What the hell? Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. So, on membership, or my pan super equals no edge. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba, what we got today then? Not really. New White Dwarf. Wilson! It is Wilson. How the devil are you? How the devil are you? Greasy of the PC and the PC of the Greasy. Evening beard. Why, thank you. It is very luscious. What do you think? I have multiple camera angles where you can see Armageddon boxes and this thing over here, the mirror, the reflection. Majestic. It flows lovely, don't you agree? It goes nice. Flows lovely. Oh shit, wrong one. That one. There we go. How is everyone? How is everyone? How is everyone? And how is everyone? Everyone on a Tuesday. Technically my Monday, because I have Mondays off. So Tuesday is always my Monday. So it's my first day of 6 today. Looking forward to Burcam and Rectal Cam in the future. Well, if you gift enough memberships, anything is possible. We do have Crotch Cam, Slave Cam, Armageddon Cam. Oh, not Burcam. Damn it, Beard Cam. Yes, just the camera just pointing at my beard. Hang on a sec. Let me see if we can do this. It's too much fucking around. But yes, we are going to be painting. It's a bit cooler today. I've still got my fan on. But yes, we are going to be painting. You created a new logo for your town colour scheme, sent it chat GPT to visualise it, sent it picture in the Discord. Nice, I'll have a little look.
Oh, to be fair.
To be fair.
Hey.
To be fair.
There we
To be fair.
Well, to be
Thank
fair.
you for this piece. Right, let's turn monetization off. And let us pop a greasy PC in 10 times. I'll tell you what I'm going to do tonight. I was going to say this before the stream, but he beat me to it. Anyone who gives a membership tonight, right, because it's the last day of the month, will go down 3 times in the book. All right? Tonight only. Last day of the month. So 3 times. 10 times normal for the giveaway. But 3 times for the Armageddon box set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Can't say further than that. Can't say further than that. So let's put our GPP in the book. Numbers 120 to 121 to 122. There you go. So you're now in the book. The Book of Love. Oh, I'm still looking at. Also in other news, you've hit 1,300 followers. Nice! 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 We need to get that. That's rookie numbers. We need to get that 2,000. Get that box set. Let's give it away. I've managed to climb to 1281. I am 19 behind you. I need 19 subs. YouTube, give me no subs. Yes, so 700 more. Come on, everyone. Exclamation mark GPP. Get over there. Exclamation mark GPP. In fact, I'm going to put it in today. There you go. And don't forget, everyone, summer competition that everyone, including me, forgot about. Right, so you might have noticed I put something up in the... what did I put in? What the fuck did I put it in? Oh, yeah. I put something up before. I made a little picture. Try and remind everyone. Is it this one? Yes. So I put this up to remind everyone. Oh, shit. Can't go a full 100. There we go. So, I did this. A little bit of me. A little bit of logo. Summer. So I'm going to make another one of these. Another one of these. Right. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to give everybody a month to vote. Because some people come, some people don't. So, I did say it's going to be a thingy vote. Popular vote. So it's going to be Discord who decide who wins. So the reason why I want everyone to get themselves in there now is because it's going to be there for a month. So people who are away, people like Dank who are away on exercises and stuff like that, can still put their votes in. So where is Dank as well? He needs to enter. Right, where's Danky Doos? Let's have a look at this then, Wilson. Oh, I like that. I like that, apart from the fact that they're running a Repulsor Executioner in the background. And it also looks like it's saying down in the USSR. Right, tell me if I'm wrong here, everyone. Tell me if I'm wrong here. Have a look at this. It's pretty fucking cool. But tell me if I'm wrong. Does that or does that not say USSR? But look, that's a fucking, it's a Redemptor Dread on wheels. It's a fucking ChatGPT's got a lot to argue for or answer for. But it's even got the Russian fucking flag here. It's got the Russian flag here. It's got the Russian flag here, and it says USSR. And the red, that's the hammer and sickle. That's all you're missing. You're missing a hammer and sickle, and it's perfect. Well, fair play. Fair play. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, yeah. That's a good colour scheme as well. For a kami. But yeah, yeah. Make sure you get your models in to the summer 2026. Well, then we'll have it up for a month. And then whoever wins gets the $dollarios. It's only fair. Right. So, what shall we do today? Well, we have a few possibilities. We have, if I can get the camera in. Actually, I forgot to have a look at this. I forgot to go to... Shit, I've closed it all down. What am I playing at? I knocked the Warhammer community off. What am I doing? Man, it was fuck all on there anyway. That's what I was going to do. That's what I was going for. Don't know why I put that repulsor spot. It's fucking AI for you. I haven't got a clue, has it? So the only things really today that was different was a bit on the White Dwarf and the Rumour Engine. So in the White Dwarf, Dawn of War is coming. I think. What do you reckon? Should we play it on the channel? Should I get it? A bit more about Dawn of War 4. I think I have to get it because the lion's in it. All this industrial bit. I've got some of these bits. So I got them at Christmas when they were doing them. So I've got this thing here. Or kind of. I've got this thing on the top. I've got... That's pretty much fucking it. But yeah, I've got this thing on the top. And I got a few other bits. You could have got this, but I never bothered. So there's a few bits and bobs there, which is pretty cool. Thought you'd lean into the It's a great idea, Wilson. It is a great idea. A bit of Old World, talking about Cathay versus Chaos. Damn them. I love the Chaos models. Bit of Fire's Kane. So yeah, that's all that was there. And then the Rumour Engine. Bit swirly-whirly. So, I don't know. No idea. Anyone got any ideas? I ain't got a fucking clue. I ain't got a clue. Sorcerer, yeah. Gonna pop the shop. Be a bag in... You're gonna get a bag? A bag of what? We call a bag something else in these parts. Ah, back in 10. Thought you said you were off to get a bag. I'm like, oh, what? Bag of what? What are you on about? What? Don't do drugs, kids. It's not good for you. Right, where did I put that? That one. So yeah, tonight, if you do want to, hang on, back to dashboard. If you do want to do any form of donations, anything like that, for memberships, I'm gonna times you by 3 for the giveaway of not that one, that one. For that giveaway, I'm gonna times you by 3, but then times you by 10 for the normal giveaway. There we go. Can't say further than that. I'm trying to find my chat box. Where's my chat box? On my alert box. It's alert box. That's why. See, me pop up doesn't work, so to try and copy people's names is a bit of a pain in the ass. So, is it alert box? No, it's not that one. Well, fuck! I just had it a minute ago and it's disappeared now. Where's it gone? Ah, recent events. That's it. Yes, there it is. Who did you get as well? I didn't actually see who you got. Who did you get? You got Cajun Bacon Fanatic. Nicely done. Nicely done. Right, yes. So today we are going to have a little look at painting because it's cooler. It's cooler. And I also have a brand new Thingamy wet palette. Look at that. Not a single mark. Not a single mark. It smells new. It smells new. Oh, also as well, I did promise to show this off, so we'll have a little look at this in a minute as well. So I'm going to dig out a few bits that we can paint. And we'll get into it. So, what am I doing? Yeah, I was up early in the morning, so I'm a little bit tired today. I was up at 4 o'clock to take my daughter to the airport. So it's the first time I've been away from my kids where they've been out the country, not me. And it's a bit weird feeling. It's a bit surreal. So yeah, it was a bit. I was talking to Chaos about it, and she started crying. It's like a little girl's not a little girl anymore. She's growing up. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird feeling when you saw her land in the other country. I'm like, ooh, my girl. Right, let's have a little look at this thing. Here we go. Right, let's have a little look at some of these now. So they're painted. So, obviously we know about this guy. Now, there was a problem where it blew off, and you'll notice he's missing up here a little bit of one of the spikes because it fell off. But there's one librarian. But what's one librarian? Unless you kit bash a second librarian. So I took an Inner Circle Companion sword. So he's got a Calibanite Greatsword. I've put his arms slightly different and used an Inner Circle one, so he's actually got proper. You can't really see because it's black, but yeah, here. Actually, it might be better if I get rid of that light for a second. Might see better. There you go. So yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of blue on him and a bit of green on his coat. So there's them two we can crack on with, or I have base coated these in green, so we can crack on with them. I've also brought up that we can play around with. I've been kit bashing some Vanguard Vets, so we can do them as well. And I have brought up my Redemptor, who is going to be Dark Angel colours. So he's kind of going to be stood in that sort of a pose, where he's firing away. So I've made him stand on like 2 tier things that you can see on the base there. Hang on, we need more light now. There we go. So yeah, I've done him sort of stood on this 2 tier base thing. Looks quite cool. And him firing away either with that, or he can drop that one down and he can bring this arm up, fire with that, whatever. So we got that we could crack on with if we wanted to. And also I've brought up these 4 guys as well that we want to have a look at them. So we could crack on with the banner. So we've got the banner bearer now with his head stuck down with a nice crest. Or we have got some Eradicators as well. So we've got a few options ahead of us. So I'm thinking we start with the Vanguard Vets, maybe then do a bit of the Ancient and finish off with doing some blues on these guys. First job will be Null Oils. And also, I bought some new brushes. So in Epics and stuff, they had some brushes, some Kolinsky Sable ones, which were quite good value, actually. So I'm going to be doing some dry brushing later on. So where are these gone? There we go. So I got a couple of these. So AS Handover, which is quite apt considering when I hand a car over a muck, it's called a handover. So that is a number 1, or size 1. That is a size 00. And I also got another one, which is escaping me at the minute. I'm going to throw some of these because they're getting a bit knackered. I need that for mixing. Actually, no, not that one. So what's everyone up to? Everyone painting? Anyone actually having a go today? It's a bit cooler. Cooler, 20 days. There you go. There's the other one I got as well. So that's I got a couple of sizes. I got size 1, a size 0, and a size 00. I don't think I got any more. No, just them. So I thought I'd give them a go. Because the guys in there are good painters and they recommended them. So I thought, ooh. Waiting for a delivery of bits and airbrush tomorrow. Nice. What bits are you waiting for? And I do hope you're using my my link, !Wayland, to buy your bits. Because we are doing another giveaway at the end of the... Well, start next year. That when we get to the end of the year, whatever money is in the pot at Whaling Games, I'm going to be giving away for an army. So depending on how much is in there, is all down to you guys. Know what I mean? And everyone make sure they're hitting that like button as well. Right. So, chaps. Let us crack on. So the plan will be now, I'm going to do my armour today. So we're going to do a lot of shading. Then we will go on to dry brushing. And then if we get enough time, we will go on and do the under armour as well. And start doing some of the cloths. So, first up is the oil. It's over here. And for that, we are going to use a size 0. Let's try these brushes out. They've got massively long stems on them, though, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird considering the other ones are not as big as that. I actually don't need that just yet. Right. Shall we? What should we do? Should we put some music on because we haven't had any music for a while? Should we chat? What should we do tonight, everyone? What shall we do? Now this is quite watered down, so I kind of need to... I'm going to pull it where I want it to be and then probably do a second coat. Oh, it feels weird. I haven't painted in so long. I'll put some music on in a minute for everyone if you want. Put some music on. What music shall we have? Shall we do Command and Conquer? Because we haven't had Command and Conquer for a while. Command and Conquer's a good soundtrack. I shouldn't get copywritten for that as well. Command and Conquer soundtrack remastered. I don't know how loud this is going to be, so you're going to have to forgive me.
We are going to have to act if we want to live in a different world.
How's that? Is that alright? Let me know what you think of the volume. Core memory is currently processing. Well, everyone does love a bit of Command and Conquer. Anyone else painting tonight? Anyone else having a bit of fun themselves? If I go a bit quiet, just let me know because I need to move the microphone. Everyone see okay? Let me drop them down a bit. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll leave it up there. What's that like? That's not too bad. Oh, it's been so long since I painted. Should be painted, but you're knackered from work. I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. I packed a load of stuff off that I'm gonna post off tomorrow. And oh yeah. So I've had some t-shirt ideas. So if anyone wants one, the way I'm going to do it is let me know by Wednesday if you want it. I'll work out the exact price, transfer me the dollary dues, and I'll get them ordered. In a minute, once I've done a few bits of undercoating, bits of shading, I'll show you the other idea that I had. Got loads that I know. Fucking tell me about it. It's drying quite well, this actually. See, this isn't full-on Nuln Oil. It's been mixed with Lamium Medium. So this is a nice little hybrid of colours. This brush is quite nice as well, actually. I think if it carries on this nice cooler weather, I might do a week of painting. You'll take a t-shirt? Wunderbar. If we can get 5, because I know I'm having one, and Wilson's having one, you're having one, Chaos is having one, I've got to order MX's. So that's definitely a handful. That should have got it down to 20 quid per t-shirt. I'm not on the tools tomorrow. I'm driving, so hopefully... Yeah, nice. Fingers crossed. Won't be as tired. And have a bit of a chinny wag. How's Luna? She alright? She told me what happened and what the outcome is. Oh, you're local as well? Oh, a lot less driving. You're looking after her? Right, so that is pretty much the first coat. And I'll let that dry. You can start seeing little bits now starting to shadow up, if you like. Darken up. Yeah, look, he's okay, just bruised and sore. Should no doubt be back on the pitch next week. Probably, yeah. I have to pick a colour for this loincloth as well. Probably end up being like a lighter colour. And I go for like a bony colour or something. Yeah, so there's only a couple of things I need to do left for the Horus Heresy army now. You got that week. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, so we'll definitely do it. So, yeah, I'm off the... So I finish on the 4th, I think it said it was. I finish on the 5th, which is the Wednesday. I'm off the 8th, off 6, 7, 8, 9, so that's the weekend. And then I'm off that next week, and then the weekend as well. So let me know which one you're off, and we'll sort out like a couple of games, Warhammer World, all sorts of stuff. You're off the 8th to the 16th. Nice. So we can either do Warhammer World the 8th. In fact, I want to do in the week, so it'll be a bit quieter. Probably not as quiet, but let me know what day you want to do, and we'll sort it. It's a quick mix. In the week sounds good, sweet. Yeah, because it opens at 10. So we'll get down there, have some munchies, walk around the exhibit. Let's take our time. Could also sort out a game for the weekend as well. Play like a first 11th edition game and stuff. See if we can figure it out properly. And then we'll start playing proper rules, going after objectives and all that shite. You have to go quite thick with this, you know, because it's a mix and it's been watered right down. So I can go... I know if you're watching it, you go, oh, bloody hell, he's just splashing it on there. It dries really quickly, but it dries really well. And it doesn't dry shiny, because that's the thing that I don't like. I don't like shiny shiny figures. I want it matte. So we'll do the Vanguard Vets. Then we'll do the Eradicators. We'll do a few bits. It won't take too long, because a lot of it's going to be dry brushing. How does spraying contrast paints go? Very well from what I've heard. I've never tried it myself, but apparently that's basically what they're half designed to do. To be sprayed on. So with contrast, you don't really have to water them down either. So airbrush paints and contrast paints are very similar in how watered down they are. Obviously contrast have a few other little pigments and whatnot in them. But yeah, when I did these, I did 50-50 water and Caliban green or Dark Angel green or Caliban green whatever it is, and did about 2 or 3 light coats of it. I just think it goes on better if you do smaller, lighter coats. But yeah, the best thing to do is just get a test model, stick it through the airbrush and try it and see what you think. It will run a little bit, so try not to get too close. Try and hold like the airbrush at least sort of like 6 to 8 inches away, or else because it's so light, the air of the airbrush will just push it around. I'm curious to know how the contrast settles in the recesses from an airbrush. Yeah, distance is key. You gotta trust it to sink in. Try not to water it down initially so you can get a test done and do it that way. There's 3 of them down. I need to get some cheap janky models for yeah. Just get like just go and buy the cheapest box. Go and get an AOS box of like skinks or something with a bit of texture that are easy to put together, and you get a lot of them in the box. So Pink Horrors is a good one, skinks, and use them as your test models, and then just spray it on and see what they do. It's been ages since I've. It's because it's been ages since I've been painting. I just caught myself being dead quiet and concentrating and not actually, talking serious. Wilson's back. Wilson, I hope you bought stuff for everyone. What have you bought for Grease Piece? What's Grease Piece got? There you go. Grease Piece is still here. He needs something from the shop. Bread, milk, and sugar. Right, I'll take the bread. You take the milk. No, you take the sugar. Grease Piece the milk. There you go. Get us some 6. Alright, these brushes actually, I'm quite enjoying it. It takes the paint. Well, I know I've only used my Manol oil mix for the minute, but it's going on really well. the bristles are holding together very well. Because I'm not being gentle with it. I'm actually being quite rough. Because when I was chatting to Lance in there, he was saying, like, you know, he uses them all the time, especially for edge highlighting, this, that, and the other. And he said he proper batters them and they last, like, quite a few models before he needs to change them. I'm like, oh, okay. How's it going, what we're painting? So I've got the Vanguard Vets from the Armageddon box set. So we are painting that bad boy. Those bad boys, I should say. And that's pretty much it. So first we're doing the shading, which I'm going to do twice. I'm going to go over it and do 2 coats of it. Then we're going to move on to all the dry brushing so that the armor's done. So for me, the key is, when I like to do it, the key is getting the armor done first, because that's the majority of the work. Get that done. Move on then to doing all the under armor in the black. Then start doing all the silver bits. And that then is pretty much like 80% done. There we go, there's that. So that's them 5 giving their first coat. Shake up the Null oil. Or the mix. I can tell it's a mix because I did that. So it's Lamy and medium with Null oil. That's why it's that colour. 50-50 split. Right, so that guy now is dry and you can start seeing a little bit of shadow starting to appear. You can see like the little shade marks have started to appear on the model itself. So now we're gonna carry on with that. We're gonna kind of restrict it now to where we want the actual shade to be, rather than now dragging it over because we've already done that. So the competition finishes at midnight tonight. Alright, so pretty much midnight tonight, if I'm still awake, I will set up a poll. And then got all month to vote on it, because there are some people on holidays, there are some people working and stuff, so I'd rather do it a month than like a couple of days, a week or whatnot, to give everyone proper time to get the votes in. And yeah, so if you haven't uploaded your pictures yet, go on to the Discord channel, so !Discord, go on to the Summer 2026 painting competition, because it finishes tonight. Ali G did put Belle Island, I'm looking at it right now, you did. But get over there and get your models in. You've got, then it'll be the public vote, so it'll be the people who are in the Discord who get to vote for it. And they've got all month to vote, and then the last, I won't do all month, I'll do the same night we do the giveaways, I'll announce the winner, which will be the last Sunday of the month, which is actually going to be the 26th this month, so it's a shorter one. How have you been, Ali G? Alright. You're currently painting the banner guy from the Armageddon box set. Nice. Like this one. Just knocked his hand off. There we go, this guy. Great model. Great model. I haven't seen you for a while, but hopefully you're doing well. We are actually, as well, giving away an Armageddon box set. So we've got an Armageddon box set over there to give away once we hit the 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, hopefully we can get to that 2,000 quite quick. Turn the mat around. What this? The black mat. Is that better? Is that better? Doing Cowled Wardens for the Dark Angel Successor Legion. Nice. Well, the numbers are upside down. Is that what was pissing you off, these things? I mean, I could spin this around for you. Right, there's another one. So 2 coats of this, and then I'll move on to the Eradicators, the Ancient, and the Assault Intercessors with jump packs. Then we'll move on to some dry brushings. I am clearly a man of culture since you're painting Dark Angel. Well, thank you very much. I like to think I am. Sometimes I even paint with the pinky out. Sometimes you do get a little bit of the old pinky prodding out, like I'm having a little drink of good bit of cup of tea. So what are you up to tonight then, bud? Painting any Dark Angels yourself? Got the core rules and chapter approved deck delivered today. Nice, nice. But yeah, don't forget, if you want to buy anything and you want to win like some bits in the new year, buy all your stuff from my affiliate, !Wayland. And what we're going to do at the end of the year, however much money's in it that I get as a kickback, is going to you guys for whatever army you want me to do. So if you want a couple of box sets and whatnot, I'll get them for you. Right, there we go. There's number 3 of the Vanguard Vets. Cheers, Sam. But yeah, if you could do us a favour, everyone, as well, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. And once we hit 2,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving away an Armageddon box set. I've got 2 of them. One, which we're doing now, and that's still sealed. That is still sealed. There you go. So yeah, get it. Get it subbed. There we go. Hit that sub button. I'd love, should I say, in the next 2 weeks. Not even that, in the next week. I'm going to be greedy now. I'd love in the next week to get to 1,300. I'd love to get to 1,300. That'd be a nice little achievement. Match up Grease Piece with his Instagram followers. So if you don't know as well, there is a second giveaway going to happen in, well, as soon as we get to that number. !Grease Piece is going to be giving us a combat patrol to be given away on the stream once he hits 2,000 followers on Instagram. So put !GPP in chat and pop on over and give him a follow, please. That would be awesome of you. That's 3 of them. Gonna order some cheap ones to practice paint, don't blame me. 11 Gretchens for £12 might be a shout. Yeah, that's a good shout. Skinks, I say, is a good one. Pink Horrors is a good one. Bloodletters is a good one. You want something not very plain, where you can see the contrast working, so sinking into the shadows and stuff. That's why I try it on Skinks, because Skinks got all like the reptiles, aren't they? So they've got all the scales. That's the word I was trying to think of. So that's why I do Skinks. I like my little tester. Yeah, make sure you're telling all your friends about these giveaways. And if you want to do any memberships tonight, if you want to become a member, gift a membership, I'm going to times everyone by 3. Put you down 3 times for that Armageddon box set. And times 10 for the monthly giveaway, which we do it the last Sunday of every month. Sam, have you entered the summer giveaway that finishes tonight? So if anyone doesn't know, I set up a summer painting competition, which I only remembered about yesterday, and nobody had entered it. So it finishes, or closes, midnight tonight. So go and have a look, put !Discord in chat, go over to the Discord, and have a little look at all the channels there, and you'll see one under competitions. That is a summer 2026 painting competition. You've got to enter by tonight. If you're not on there by midnight tonight, you're not in. And then it's going to be a public voting system, so you guys are going to vote for the winner. So I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do it so you get 1 vote, and you vote for your winner, and it's going to be on until giveaway, which is the Sunday. Had another idea, perhaps some minis that I've got bits on for kit bashing like that. Yeah. I literally only have the 1 mini painted in my house, and you can upload that. It's public vote. I'm not voting for it. Right. So we'll leave them to dry. Whilst we're leaving them to dry, we're going to come on to the Ancient. And we'll do a bit of the Ancient. Because they're drying quite quick, I don't think I'll do the Assault Intercessors just yet. Do a couple of coats on this big boy. It goes on very nice. There you go, Sam. Get in there. !Discord if you're new. So was it Ola who was here before? If you've got Discord, put !Discord in chat and come and join the Discord. Totally free. Don't have to be a member or anything to join my Discord. And there's all sorts of competitions that we do. Can't believe we all forgot about that. Can't believe we all forgot about the painting competition. Imagine us having a look at it and going, oh. That Lazarus, it is stunning, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you guys all get to vote. I'm not commenting on any of them because I don't want to influence people's voting. So I'll comment on them when we do the giveaway itself, when we announce the winner. So I want you guys just to go over and do all your voting. So I'll set it up and the votes will go live from tomorrow. That's that one done. Let's move on to the banner, because the banner is going to be pretty much green as well. So I need to get a lot of shading in here. Especially on the back, because it's a Dark Angel one. But the front will be all sorts of light colours. If only it was another week, I might have a white temple. Yeah. What was? Yeah, you can't bribe me to win. Everyone's going to get one vote, and you vote for your winner. Vote for your favourite. Now you can bribe other people in the Discord. You know, if you wanna link up with someone and bribe them, you vote for me, I'll vote for you, sort of thing. It's up to you. Starting to get a bit of colour to it. Probably just the Sigma. You know, the AOS Space Marines. Just them. That's all I could think of that might have things for them. Oh, the Stormcast Eternals, I think they're called. They're the only ones I could think of that would have the bits. Tell you what, no matter what you drink afterwards, you can still taste the Nuln Oil, can't you? It's like, Nulny. Nulny, Nulny, Nulny. There you go. Grease Piece might have some Stormcast Eternals for you. It's very nice of you. I think I'm going to sneeze. How fast it dries. Right. Now, I'm going to bring in a lighter colour, because while I'm waiting for them to dry, we have our two Librarians. So, what I'm thinking of doing is, I knew that had flicked up in it, that. Luckily I'm doing it that colour. Right. I'm going to do the cloak in green, but I'm going to do the armour in blue. So what I'll do first, I'll crack on with the armour, and then we'll do a few bits and bobs. So, let's do the blues. So we're going to start off with a darker blue, and then we'll lighten it up. So we're going to go Cantor blue. Bit of Cantor blue. By Citadel, not Warhammer Paint. Yeah, AOS is really big, but also they have really, really good models. Quite a lot of them, like, better than 40k models. It's just I'm more of a sci-fi buff. I love fantasy, but I love the old world because I was used to it. There we go. So we're gonna go with right, let's go with a size 1. Fancy that, another painting stream. I did notice you were painting. I've just been in work, so I've been dead busy. I've not been able to watch. How'd it go, bud? Everything go all right? I could totally get into Paint OAS, you know. Yeah, they are. If you want to do ruler cool models, yeah, 100%. Right, so we'll do some of the blues on this. Let's see how we can how we get on with it. Nobody watched them. No one come. I know your evening ones, well, evening for us was alright. I'm just wondering if you've done them in the daytime. Maybe, I don't know, because people are working and whatnot. I didn't have a chance to come and watch it because I was in work. Right, so I'm going to do a very thin Cantor blue over this. Do a couple of layers of that. Get the blues standing out. And then we're going to do his robes and stuff. We're going to do the Dark Angel green. Slave, we've mentioned it yesterday. In the competition section of the Discord, there's a competition we all forgot about, which ends tonight at midnight my time. So it's going to be a public vote who wins. So I'm not voting. It's going to be Discord. It's going to be oh shit. It's going to be on for a month. So get over and get your models in quick. So anyone who's not done it yet, !Discord. Go over to the Summer 2026 painting competition. Get your models in now. It finishes tonight. It closes in 3 hours, 5 minutes. Get over there and get your models in. It's free to enter and you'll win a £50 gift voucher. Wherever you want. If you're non-UK based, the gift vouchers might be a difficult one, so it might have to be like PayPal or something. Datsun. We got Datsun here. See? Nobody cares. Yeah, Stormcast are pretty good. They're basically just AOS Space Marines. They tried getting that lightning in a bottle twice, but didn't really work. I might have to go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm putting them on. I'm gonna lift that a bit higher. The glasses are on. I want to be able to see what the hell I'm doing. Right, let's see. See, now I get close up, I can see where I've messed up. Elbowing that bloody microphone. Because I've thinned it right down, it dries really really quickly. So that's why I'm doing many, many thin coats. Because they dry so fast. The idea will be with this guy, Dark Angel, so I'll have to put a transfer on this shoulder pad. I'm going to have his cloak and everything in green. So these are the jobs you should really airbrush, but I can't really airbrush on stream because I've got all my PC here and everything. So I just knacker it all up, so that's the reason why I ain't doing airbrushing. So there you go, it's the start of the colours. Getting his getting the blues in, so I've gone quite a dark blue to begin with. And then I'll start thinning it down as I go. And I think, if memory serves me right... Yep, I didn't glue that down, so it's just made it a bit easier for myself. I think I might have not glued him down to his base as well. So when I'm doing the underside of all his legs and stuff, I can take it apart. That's one of the fun things I like about push fit ones. The fact that you can take them apart to get at the hard to reach places. You know what? I've actually only got one completed librarian in my whole army. And that's a Terminator librarian that I use for my Inner Circle companion. For Deathwing Terminators. Deathwing Knights, really. I don't really use them for the Terminators. This is Slade Song. Hey up, Jits, you okay? Do you like the Cowl Wardens I sent for Monday Minis? Purple? Yes, we did comment on that. That was lovely. Purple and gold go together so well. It's like some of my custodian army is going to be purple and gold. So a lot of it's already started doing. I think we painted some of it on the stream. But yeah, beautiful. Very, very nice, Ali. Very, very nice. Anyone else painting or building or doing anything tonight hobby related? Let me know in the comments. Or not the comments, in the chat.
No mercy. Mercy is for the...
I feel like I'm painting an Ultra Smurf here. Paint the Ultra Smurfs. Paint the Ultra Smurfs, everyone. Kane lives. You're playing Clan Rats. Nice. Oh, look, we actually have a Discord. Don't know if you heard before when I was mentioning it. So we'd love to see it. We do a few things where you can show your models off. So we do like a Monday Minis, which we did yesterday. We also do a competition which actually ends tonight. So we're doing like a gift voucher for people who enter it. And it's going to be done via Discord vote. So members of the Discord will actually vote to see who's the winner. So put !Discord in chat and pop on over and join. There you go. You see some colours. Ah, shit. Did I not one on the floor? No, I didn't. So you can see him starting to come together now. And he should be able to, if I do this. Did I glue him? I think I did. I think I glued him. Ah, it's still a sausage. You're painting the banner dude just like me. Nice. The banner dude's pretty cool. And you know what? I quite like all the models, even the intercessors. Now I've actually got my hands on them. I'm really happy with all the models. I still wish they had done something else instead of intercessors, but you know what? Can't all win all the time. Half of his armour is painted in the colour we want. And I'll do some more of his armour. Should be this bit. Gotta say though, Command and Conquer had a really good soundtrack to it. It's actually Slade who got me into playing this whilst painting. So thank you, Slade. Taking my time because I don't fancy going over everything again, but just thinking about it, the cloak I'm going to be painting green anyway, so I could be a bit less safe with this bit. Has anyone pre-ordered GTA yet? Sorry, I thought I heard the kids banging around. Right. Let's do a little bit more of this, then we'll go back to the Vanguard Vets. Is he coming off that side? Oh, I might not have glued it on actually. Let's have a little look. Trying to remember how this fits together. You can see that bit popping out. So hang on one sec. There we go. Yeah, I didn't glue it, which is good. Means I can get at the underside now a lot easier. Hang on one sec. What are you doing? Why are you not pushed together? Anyone else see that? The fuck? That's twice he's dropped. Is he broke? Is he alive? He looks fine. He survived it. Where are you going in? What's stopping you from going in? Am I going to have to reach in there and snip a piece off? Hang on one sec. I'm going to have to reach in there and snap a piece off. So I'm going to leave that for the minute. Move him over there. Where'd his legs go? Am I missing something here? Something gone fucking mad in my head. Oh, it's there. I'm looking for that and it's there. Right. Let us go back and check out the Vanguard Vets. But yeah, this was my kit bash of the librarian. So I put an inner circle companion shoulder arm on it, on that side, and then I did one that side as well. So he's got the extra bits on it, and just changed his arms slightly. So that's my other librarian that I kit bashed. All right, let's have a look how these are. Right, they're looking good enough to dry brush. Right, let's dry brush. So, the way I do my armour is I will undercoat it with Dark Angel airbrush. I'll then oil it with my mix of my Nuln Oil and my Lamium Median. And then I will dig this out. I will dig those two out and a dry brush. And then I'll start dry brushing. So I got a brand new the Army Painter dry brush, which I'm going to try, and an older Army Painter dry brush. Yeah, that was it's starting to lose its texture now with the amount of ink that's on it. So So I'm going to have to get someone to 3D print me one, I think. If only I knew someone who could 3D print me one. That's all this is. Right, let's do some dry brushing. So what I always start with is I start with a mix of... No, I don't actually. I start with pure Caliban green. And I just go over... Yeah, you can 3D print them, and they don't have to be amazingly detailed quality. The lighter the quality, actually, the better. Yep, right, let's start the dry brushing. So I'm literally just going to go over all the raised bits. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. You could hit that like button as well. That'd be much appreciated. But yeah, come and join the Discord. ! Discord. You never thought about 3D printing one? See? Why you come to me? Got all the good ideas over here. The good ideas of Dark Pack Gaming. And then try and go with the grain as much as you possibly can. This is kind of a cheating way. You heard 3D print. We were just talking about these. Sam's saying that this palette's seen better days. It's seen a lot of paint. I said, I know. It'd be nice if I knew someone who could 3D print me one. So he's going to 3D print himself one. You can actually get them for about a tenner on Amazon. Yes, please. I do want a new one, please. Get a bit more light on the situation. Oh, thank you very much. Let me know how much. Ooh, I fucked up there. Well, that's not been filed down very well. Hang on 1 minute. Actually, no, I don't wanna contaminate it with dust. Right, I need to fix that one. But now you give it your first coating of just going over it with the Dark Angel green again, or the Caliban green. You can then start seeing the shadows appear. Whoop. So you do that coating on all of them, and then what you start doing is you start adding warpstone in. So you'll then do a 75-25, then a 50-50, then the other way around. But if you hold two of them together, it starts going more matte as well. See how the one on the left is more shiny than the one on the right? Because that's what dry brushing does for you. It makes it go a lot more matte. And it's kind of a cheating way of edge highlighting. Because I hate edge highlighting. Not gonna lie, I don't like it. I will do some, but when it makes sense. Edge highlighting the whole thing doesn't make any sense to me, so I don't do it.
Power to overwhelm and destroy. Creation of the humanoids. Power to overwhelm and destroy. The product of a tortured brain. Creation of the humanoids. Power to overwhelm and destroy. The product of a tortured brain. Feeling of helplessness is your best friend, savage.
Love you some dry brush. I love me some dry brushing. Because you can't really cock up. Because it kind of is edge highlighting what I'm doing, because if you notice, I'm rubbing along each edge. But it's like a fast way of doing it. A better way of doing it. Because not only do you get all the edges in, but you get all the raised bits as well, so you're kind of doing a 2-for-1 job. How long we got left on that? Another 10 minutes of this music before we need to find something else. Never been a fan of edge highlighting, doesn't look right. Yeah, I've just said exactly the same, man. I'm with you. I'm not a huge fan of it. But one of the big things I like about dry brushing is it takes all the shininess out of the model. So when you've been inking it and you get all that null oil is very, very shiny. And what I'll do is mix it with the Lamium Medium, because Lamium Medium's matte coloured anyway. I mean, you could finish it all off with like a Vallejo matte spray, and that will do the job as well, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just do as much as I can myself, and it's not a hard job. Love me some dry brushing. Don't drop your brush in the paint. But how is everyone tonight? You all enjoying yourselves? Enjoying it's a bit cooler weather here in England today. It's been raining. I miss rain. Until like a couple of days of rain, then I'll be like, give me the heat back, I want the sun back. Right, that's four down. Let it snow for you. I like the heat. Everyone when they went outside, because like it gets worse when the wire's out. But it's like when you're sat in an air-conditioned building all day, like I am, and then you go outside. It gets it feels warmer than it actually is, and then all of a sudden you're like, oof. Oof. You get red hot when you go outside, but I'm fine with it. Sent your hot heat wave to the USA. 96 there today. Thank God we have air conditioning. Yeah, that's one thing we don't. That's one thing we don't have. But I have a portable one sat behind me, so when it was hot, I would sit in here for about an hour with the AC on, just to cool the room down, and then start streaming. And after about an hour, it'd start heating up again. It was horrible. It's weird because, like, over there, 96 degrees feels 96 degrees. Over here, about 76 degrees feels 96 degrees. It's just because we're an island and we have all that moisture in there, the humidity is just ridiculous. And it's the combination of the humidity and the amount of moisture in there just makes it just horrible. I quite like it. I like this one. Right. Vanguard Vets. First part of the dry brushing done. I feel like I'm going to say dry bumming for some reason. I don't know why. Something I used to say when I was, when you were a kid. One of the sayings. And I said dry brushing before, and it's like, sounds very much like, oh no, it's stuck in my head now. But what's everyone else up to today? You're all painting? You're letting the wires take over? Tell you what, that wire rule looks quite spectacular that they released on the reveal show on Friday. Looks like it's just got even better. But if you're new here, look, we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, because we have an Armageddon box set to give away once we hit 2,000 subscribers. So please, please, please smash that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell everyone. soon as I do 2,000 subs, we're giving it away. Also, if you're not in it yet, put !Discord in chat. Come and join the Discord, because we've got another competition about painting, which finishes tonight. Finishes in 2.5 hours. So you need to get over there and put a couple of pictures in the Discord in the 2026 summer painting competition. I'm going to put a bit more darkness in that one. Right. So now what we do, we're going to do a 50-50 mix now. Alright. No, we're not. We're going to do a 75-25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big lump of this. And we get a decent paintbrush. There you go. Then what we're going to do, so we did about 4 or 5 scoops then. So what we're going to do now is get our Warpstone Glow. So Warpstone Glow is what you really put on Caliban Green to lighten it up. And do what the edge highlighting crap was. So give that a good shake. Get us some Warpstone Glow. I'm going to get a big lump of it like that, and that'll do. And then we're going to mix that in. And we're now a lot lighter in the colours. There we go. Now what we're going to do is go back over it again. And this is so much easier. It's so much nicer. And it's a better technique than just all edge highlighting. Well, in my opinion, anyway. So we're going to get the first one back again. We're going to make sure our bristles are not dried up. Fill it up. Get a chunk of it off. And off we go. So now we're going to be a bit lighter. And we're going to concentrate on where we're putting it. So we want just to get a lot of the raised areas. We're not too fussed about getting low down. We're not too fussed about getting a lot of coverage on this. It's just getting those raised areas. And you do it light and you do it multiple sweeps over it. And then we start thinking where the light is as we're going through this. So we know the light's here, we know the light's here. We know there's a tiny bit on his bum. We know there's a load on this. That's why we focus on where the light will be hitting it. So I tend to do the light coming down from this sort of angle. That's why I tend to do my light. So you got a bit of shadow that side and a bit lighter here. And that's the way I do all my models. I don't like the light from above because the light never is from right above you. It's always at an angle. How long we got left on this now? 5 more minutes and we'll change this tune. We'll go on to more of a relaxed paint job while we're doing this so we can talk a bit more. In fact, we'll do it now. Because that's the first model. So you can now see a difference between that model and that model already. You now see a difference between those two already. You're starting to anyway. And then if you do a direct comparison of those two, the light isn't the best. Right, one sec. Let's get some chilled out music. Copyright free music that we can play. Let's go with summer vibes because it's been nice and warm. There we go. Let's get our summer vibes going. Right, we've done that one. Let's move on to this guy. Got 30 of you here. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome in. Please hit that subscribe button. Be nice of us if we could get to 1,300 tonight. 1,300 subs would be great. And then we're at 700 left to get to that 2,000 for the giveaway. So remember, the sun's going to be from this way. Now you can't. You're probably saying to yourself, you can't really notice a massive difference, mainly because I've got that in the background. So let me move that. You can't really see a massive difference. Well, that's why you build it up. So you build it up in levels, nice and slow, nice and gentle, and then as the light's getting light, as the paint's getting lighter, I should say, when we start adding more Warpstone Glow to it, then all of a sudden you'll start seeing it come to life and certain lights where you want them and whatnot. Well, you notice there's certain bits like between the legs there, on his feet, bits and bobs there that I'm not touching. That leg is darker than that one, apart from just on the kneecap there. This shoulder pad's lighter that side than underneath, because that's where the natural shadows then are. So, let's go back to this guy. So we want it coming from this angle, so we want this shoulder pad to have a lot of it, as well as this part of the backpack. Then we want the helmet to take a big chunk of it, and the arm. And that bit of the backpack there. Then we're lightening it off slightly as we come over here. Knee pad is going to take a lot of it, so is that one. That's going to get a bit of it on the foot, because there's a bit of shadow there. That foot's going to get it. Then as we come to this side, we'll just get a light dusting of it over here. This arm will get some. There we go. That's that one done. Then rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Keep going, keep going. So again, highlights up here. So this shoulder pad again. Too thick. Good thing is with dry brushing you can pick the paint back up again. So we want this side. We want this lean. Now this leg stuck out a lot more. So this is going to take quite a nice bit to it. MX has appeared from the wilderness. MX, have you had a think where you want your voucher for? Because of where you're based, I might not be able to... it might be easier to do something like just a PayPal thing to you. Because it's hard sending a voucher out for different country. So that leg's sticking out the back as well. We know the light's coming this way, so this leg's sticking out the back. We want to kind of catch a bit of that. Yeah, message me in Discord. I mean, if you know anywhere where I can buy stuff, I will do. But yeah, if you're new watching, !Discord in chat, come and join the Discord. There you go. So that's starting to get a little bit of light. I mean, this isn't doing it justice. It looks a lot better in person. I need to have a play around with my settings for the camera, actually. I wonder if I turn the vibrance up. Hang on, let me turn the vibrance up, see if that helps. Whoa! That's very bright. That better? That's better. Right, there we go. We're not as dark anymore now. Cool. Is that better, everyone? What do you reckon? Because now, if I show you this compared to that, you can now see a difference in the two models. Apart from the fact that it's not zooming in. Might be a bit too bright now, actually. Let's use that and that as an example. Use that and that. There you go. You can now see a difference in the colours. It's weird, it's too bright now. Let me turn the contrast down slightly. Hang on, watch that. Dark angel become a light angel. Yeah, you can see it better in the contrast there now. Where did I get the wing beakies? A friend of mine who is... I call him a friend of mine. He's a member of chat. He's a member of the community. He 3D printed them for me and posted them to me. So there, if you know anyone who's got a 3D printer, there are STL files out there that you can get. And yeah, just put them on. But I've got wing beakies on these. I've got hooded on these guys. And then I've got on these ones, I've got a mix. So the standard jump assault intercessors, which are these guys. So the standard jump assault intercessors, I've got beakies on, as you can see. But then the sergeant, for them, still has a wing, but he's got a Mark 10 wing. So it makes him stand out as the sergeant. Right, so we need a bit on his arm there. But yeah, if you know anyone with a 3D printer, you can get them. Got me a full tray with wasn't that expensive either, which was good. Got me some Alpha Legion bits because I'm doing a Alpha Legion Horus Heresy army. Right, so them three are now done. We're now going to move on to this guy. And did I dry brush him before? Yes, I did. So now I'm going to dry brush this guy as well. Then we will lighten it up again and keep going and keep going and keep going. So light this direction. So up here, we'll take the first bit, moving along. Get a bit on his head. Get a bit on his chest, on the knee. That leg will get a big caking of it because it's stuck out that way. That arm will take a bit. And then you just get like the little corners of everything else. Get the foot. There you go. Right, now what we're going to do. Yeah, no, it's a great idea. So I've gone sort of similar. So the Ancient, as you can see there, has got the big plume. I haven't brought it up with me, but things like the captains have got larger wings. The lieutenants, who I do have a lieutenant here. There you go. So the lieutenant has a smaller. So you look at the standard beakies. So they've got the smaller wings, as you can see. The lieutenant there, he's got a bigger wing. And then the captains have a bigger wing again. So the wings denote your superiority. But yeah, beakies on fast attack, definitely. So Vanguard Vets, Jump Assault Intercessors, Raven Wings, so like the Speeder's got them. The bikes, I'm going to put on the bikes as well when the multi-part Outriders come out, which will be hopefully in... Obviously, they came out yesterday and they were announced, but I think they'll be out to buy probably August, I imagine. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to get some more Warpstone Glow. I'm going to mix that in with a bit of water. I'm going to lighten it up that little bit more. So now we're hoping to go for like a more of a 50-50 ratio with the Warpstone Glow and the Caliban Green. Because I tend to do 3 passes, so I'll do... Sorry, 3 passes with the Warpstone Glow, so 4 in total. So I'll base it in Caliban Green, I'll null and oil it, then I'll dry brush it Caliban Green, then 25% Warpstone, 75 Caliban, 50-50, 75 Warpstone, 25 Caliban, and then I'll just do some little dots with just Warpstone on its own, and that's it. And that is how I do my Dark Angel armor. Now I'll give that a quick wash, because it's starting to dry up on me. Only been streaming for 1 hour and 40. I am thinking as well. So I've got Wilson challenged me. Wilson, I saw your little comment, if you're still here, at the end of last night's stream when I've finished. 24-hour paint stream when? How about mid-August? Are you off, bud? All right, mate. Nice one. I'll see you later. Have a nice evening. And I'll see you tomorrow night. So now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to load the brush. Empty most of it off. Try and keep the shape of the brush. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look for all the raised bits. So we're going to go that there, a little bit on his knee. Good thing when if you do it a little bit lighter, you can rub it off with your thumb. So we're going to put a bit on this guy. Bit there. Mid-August, I'm actually off work for, because believe it or not, I work on as well as doing this. Mid-August, I am actually off for 10 days. So, the kid's mum's off as well. So she can look after the kids and help me out with things like bringing me drinks and entertaining whilst I need like the toilet and whatnot. She can bring me something to eat if she's happy with that. And YouTube won't let you do 24 hours. It will only let you do 12. So the way I'd have to do it is that do a 12-hour one, stop it, set up for part 2, maybe have like a quick 5-minute break, because my ass will be numb after 12 hours sat down. But luckily this table moves up and down, so I could do some building and whatnot, stood up. And then I could do another 12. But it's going to be rough doing a 24-hour stream. I'm going to be so tired at the end. I'd probably have to start doing it circa really early in the morning. I'd reckon I should just do a 12-hour one. Because I've not done a 12-hour stream yet. What do we reckon, chat? You guys are in charge. You tell me. 24-hour.
For the Emperor!
Thank you very much, Crawstain. Thank you so much for subscribing. We are trying to get to 2,000 so we can give this box set away. Ali G says, why though? Just because I've never done it, Slave. I've never done one. And I quite fancy it. And it's a good time for me to do it. So we could do a painting stream, hobby stream, combination stream. Things like that. Ali G says 12. 40k says 12. Kaiju says 12. Could always use another Dark Angel unit to add to the army. So far at roughly 5,000 points. Nice. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I've got about 4,500 fully painted. And another 10,000 not painted. Yeah, I went a bit nuts over the last 12 months. It's about worth it as doing an all-nighter. Yeah. It all depends on how I feel at the time, because the kids are going to be off school. So we can keep them entertained the next day. Come on. Do it. We could do like an incentive as well. So like, people come on, give memberships for the longer I do it, or you know, whoever's like top fan at that time by super chatting and stuff like that, they can pick what model are going to get painted and pick the colours and stuff like that. So there's all sorts of things we could do. Build and paint with a 3-hour game in there. Ooh, a 3-hour game. How am I going to do that? I'd have to. That would be tough because play the games downstairs. So I'd have to like cancel the stream and set up again, or set it up on my laptop. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one, that one. Okay, wanting to break into Warhammer. Nice. Welcome in. I like the Space Sharks. Nice. Carcharodon's very nice. Can I just pick up any marine set and paint it shark colours? Yes. Yes and no. Yes, 99% no. So as long as it's a generic unit, like a Vanguard Vet, like an Intercessor, then yes. If it's a named character and on the box it says Dark Angels, Ultramarines, Blood Angels, stuff like that, they're specifically for that army. So you could kit bash it and make it into, like, say you wanted to make a lieutenant out of Azrael from the Dark Angels. Yes, you can do it, but you can't have like named characters in there. So as long as they don't have a name and they aren't a specific unit. So like Inner Circle companions for Dark Angels you couldn't do, but you could do like intercessors. You could do all sorts of things. So yeah, you can do, yeah. Like Titus from Space Marine 2, the game. He's Ultramarine, so you can't really do him unless you're going to do him being seconded in. Yeah, you can. It's nice to do it, but any generic marine unit, yes, which there are 99% of them. But as you're just starting, I would stick to the generic units rather than going for named units just now. Hopefully that helps. The answer is yes, it is. Yeah. Whatever you do, you think is cool. Yeah, absolutely. You could do a subathon, start with a 3-hour stream for each super chat, super sticker, subscriber, gifted memberships. You add time onto the stream and keep going till it hits 0. I like it. Yes, there is one, but he's not an official character anymore. So you've got what's his name? Not Tiberius. What's his name? Begins with a T. Here's the chapter master. Oh, you know when you just draw a blank? Is it Tiberon? Tiberos, that's it. Thank you. Tiberos, yeah. So Tiberos does have a model out there in the ether. I think it was an 8th edition. They brought a resin version of him out. But he's since gone through the Rubicon, so he's even bigger. And there isn't a model for him just yet. But you can go out and buy any lieutenant, any chaplain. So you could go out and take this librarian right here. You could also get this lieutenant right here. You could get this jump assault chaplain or jump chaplain, and you could give them all names. So that could be chaplain, I don't know, Terry of the Space Sharks First Company. You could have Lieutenant Larry, Leisure Suit Larry, of the Second Company. You could have Librarian Lawrence, who runs with the Third Company. So yeah, you can do all that. You can make your own lore up as well. You can get him. You can do. You couldn't use Mephiston's rules, but you can paint him however you want. Yeah. Right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna increase now to 75% of the Warpstone glow. So this now will be even lighter again. So you can see we started with this colour, now we've moved on to that colour. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to go pretty much just highlights. So we're just going to focus on the bits that are kind of, let's say the light's hitting me here, we're going to focus on these bits, and then these bits which are more in shadow we're not going to touch. That's the idea. But with you being new to the hobby, welcome. Firstly, it's always nice to see new faces in the hobby. Firstly, what I do is decide what you want to do with your army. So do you want to paint? Do you want to play? Do you want to just build? Because you can just build the models and leave them in the grey like that, and you can play with them. You could just then undercoat them like that and play like that. You could paint them as we are. What's your plan to do? Mr. Peanut Butter. Bro, a refresh pull. I'm also painting your Armageddon box Dark Angels. Nice. Are you going full on Dark Angel colours, or have you got your own little spin on it? I have a tiny spin on the Dark Angel colours. My Chester Quiller is not bone. I do it white with a null oil. My thoughts on Forge World mods. I quite like them. You've got to be very careful. You've got to be very careful with them because they break quite easy. So yeah, that's my main takeaway from Forge World models. Very, very good models. Depends on what model you're after, because there are other models. Sorry, there are some models coming out in plastic, so they're probably not worth getting. It's like at the minute they're still selling the Telemon Dreadnought for Custodes, but the new one comes out in plastic very soon, so it's kind of no point buying it. And the plastic one, they're easier to actually convert and paint and change the pose, where the resin ones are kind of fixed. and you have to be quite comfortable working with resin and knowing how frail it is to kit bash it. Oh, you got a 3D print roller in the ear. Nice. So yeah, things like these helmets, they're all 3D printed. The little beakies with the wings, they're all 3D printed. You're thinking Syracuse bronze for the Aquila and other decorative bits? Yeah, I like it. I like that. I like that. That's a great idea. Very nice to see some Dark Angels. Thank you. I was tempted to paint your box like them. You paint your box whatever colour you want. You could make up your own homebrew chapter. So Slaith, who you see in chat, he does his own homebrew chapter called the Bloodhounds. I'm a very big fan of the Dark Angels, always have been. So I really wanted to do a Dark Angel army. I've got way too freaking much Dark Angels now. I should really start doing like a successor chapter or something, or a different chapter. But yeah, you paint it any colour you want. You paint it any colour you want. It's your models at the end of the day. There you go. So you can now start seeing. Well, you can't fully on this because the camera's not great, but it's starting to get some highlights in it. Hang on. That might help. Yeah, man. There you go. Start seeing the highlights being built up on that side. In the shadow. Slowly working your way against the whole third company. Nice. Third company's the first Green Angels, if you like. So you've got first company is the Deathwing, so they all were bone. Second company is Ravenwing, so they're all in black. And then the third company is the first one who were green. So yeah, don't blame you. It's a good start. I've got a mix of third, fifth, and sixth companies for me greens. I have a mad mix of, I've got over, because each company is 100 men. So I've got, in my first company, I've got way over 100 models. But the way I've got around that is to say that they're not all wearing the Terminator armor all the time, because they changed the law to say that it's a veteran now rather than just a Terminator is for that first company. So what you can do now is put in Stern Guard, Blade Guard, so they've got Blade Guard armor and they've got Terminator armor, so you can mix and match. The starter kit is the best place to start, and how critical are Citadel paints? No, not a noob question at all. That is a really good question, and it's nice that you're actually thinking about it before diving straight in. So fair play to you. So Citadel paints you don't have to use at all if you don't want to. I do use Citadel paints for the armor, but things like, there we go. So I do use Citadel paints for the Dark Angel armor, but my white that I use is 2 Thin Coats White Star. I'm going to try doing some of my plasmas in this colour because I want to test it. But apparently, according to a really good painter who I know, that Vallejo Metallic Silver, that's the best silver you can buy. And then I've got a gold and some hardened leather from Army Painter and Vallejo. So I use mix and match. I mix and match them. So you can just dive in and do whatever colours you want to do. You don't have to stick to it. I said I do Dark Angels, but I change it slightly. So I have a darker armour with lighter highlights, but on the flip side of that, I have a white Aquila that's white and black, if you like, rather than bone. So yeah, you can completely change what you want to do. The starter kit is a very good place to start, because you do get more models than normal. They are push fit, so they're a lot easier for you to put together, paint, take them apart if you to get at them hard to reach places. So yeah, it's a good place to start. You can start wherever you want. You can start wherever you want. Ripsaw, hello, welcome in. But Citadel paints are very good, apart from the white. Yes, I really like Korax white, but White Scar's a bit of a pain. Hence the reason why I use the Duncan Rhodes one. But Citadel paints are great, and they're not as expensive. Like 2 Thin Coats is quite expensive. Vallejo's quite cheap. So yeah, it's up to you. Just try what you think's good. Starter set's good. But I'd wait for the new starter set that's coming out. I wouldn't get the current one because the models will all be not necessarily out of date, but there's new models coming out, better poses and stuff like that, so they'll be out very soon. Fourth company, the fabulous company there, the polka dot rainbow. I didn't see that then, sorry. Just reminded me I have 4 dark ale. Nice. Yeah, I got one of them for my birthday. I got the... Who did I end up getting? The Infiltrator. But they're good models. Push fit are quite nice, especially to start with. Push fit are really nice to start with. Well, welcome in, everyone. It's nice, this. Quite a lot of you here tonight, which is amazing. Please ask as many questions as you want. Nothing is ever a silly question, so don't feel embarrassed to ask, and don't apologise for asking. There are some quite clued up people in chat, like so as you see him chatting. Slave's quite clued up and whatnot. So yeah, if I don't know, one of the people in chat will know. Dangerous question: 3D printed accessories. I put 3D printed accessories on my models. Yeah, I do it. The only time that you can't use 3D printed accessories is if you're playing tournaments. So if you're playing a sanctioned Warhammer tournament, you can't use 3D bits on your models. You can only use 100% Warhammer models and kit bashes and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the only time that you can't do it. Okay, so we have done the Vanguard Vets for the dry brushing. Now we're going to go on to the dangerous bit, which is we're going to try and do a bit of painting around the armour that we've done. So the job I want to do now is find the black, which is that one. So what they have is they have an undergarment. So when you're looking, you will actually see... Where's my small brush? That's a 0. Where's my 00? There it is. Right. You will actually notice on the garment these little lines down here. That's like an Under Armour garment, just there. That bit there. You've got them underneath here as well. You can just see there. Anything with the little dotted lines there. So yeah, them ones is my next thing to do. Now once you do them, you have the contrast between the armour and the Under Armour, and it makes the whole model just pop to life. Because I found a lot of kits, I don't have the normal weapon styles in the box. Yeah, if you're not going to play tournaments, don't go out and buy a new box just for the weapons. There are websites where they will buy the kits and sell the individual bits and bobs separately. So bits and kits and stuff like that. You can go out, they'll sell the bits separately. Your best bet are third-party ones. Go to whatever website, or if you know someone who's got a 3D printer or anything like that, go and speak to them and get your bits from them. You don't want to go out buying second box just for the weapons. Well, unless you're going to do a second unit. Brought the wrong black paint up, haven't I? No, I didn't. Right, I'm going to have to make do with this. It's because it's nearly empty. So now we're going to get our black and we're going to get our glasses on again. So this is where it goes a bit weird, where I put weird glasses on now. How you going, Alec? Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll catch you later. Hope everything goes well picking them up, mate. And thanks for popping by. Say I bought a kit with the accessories I want, but damaged it. Does the tournament allow the print to be a replacement? No. I mean, it's only if they ask you. So if they don't know, if it's like one piece, chances are they're not going to ask you. But it depends on what sort of opponent you get. So if you get a sweaty arsehole and you're beating him, and they might turn around and go, oh, he's using a 3D printed bit though, and then you get disqualified. So no, it's got to be 100% in a tournament. That's only if it's a Games Workshop sanctioned one. If it's not a Games Workshop sanctioned one, don't worry about it. Oh, shit, what happened then? Brought me glasses. Yeah, so in case anyone doesn't know, I got bad eyes, especially for close-up stuff. So I then put these on that I try to when they don't break. I'm going to have to glue it again. Right, let's get these in here. There we go. How do I look? Does it suit me? Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do all these little black bits under here. So I'll get a smaller brush, lighten or thin down my paint, and just try and ever so gently get some paint under here. It also means sometimes I can't answer your questions. Thank you very much for the info. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. Please ask as many questions as you want. Ask as many as you want. If I don't know, I'm pretty sure someone in chat though. If no one in chat knows, we'll Google it. So yeah, by doing the Under Armour now, it starts putting a contrast on the model, so that you can start seeing a difference between the painted bit and the darker Under Armour. Whilst everyone's here, if you're in a mood and you like watching some hobby streams, Slave the Space Marine in chat, he does some hobby streams as well, and he's a very, very good painter. He's a very good kit basher as well. So do me a favour, put !Slaith in chat. So Slaith is S-L-A-T-H-E. Put !Slaith in chat. Pop over and subscribe. So Slaith normally streams a bit of a different timescale than me because I'm UK based and he is Canada based. I have a brother. Oh right, these are the these are the models, aren't they? The hero ones. Which ones are them? Ripsaw, do us a favour. Put !Discord in chat. Join the Discord and put them in general so I can have a look which is which, please. I thought they did the base before starting the main body of the model. No, I do it the other way around. Burner, I do the model and then the base afterwards. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. How many subscribers is that tonight? That's a lot of subscribers. If you haven't done the subscribe, please hit it right now. Nice. Another five people have subscribed. Thank you very much. We're up to 1286. We're only 14 away from 1300. Once we get to 2000, once we get to the big number of 2000, we are going to be oops, wrong one. We are going to be in case anyone wondering what that was the quiz night we normally do. So we do a quiz night every month. We have got a box set over here, Armageddon box set, which the Nurglings are looking after. Once we hit 2000 subs, we are giving that away. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you know anyone else who wants to subscribe, come and join. And if you want to join the Discord, please do. Hit Ripsaw's does. Just put the Discord link. So hit the Discord link. Come and join the Discord. We have got a competition which finishes in 2 hours. So if you put your models in, it's going to be a public vote, and there's a £50 gift card up for grabs. So yeah, come and join the Discord. You don't do painting dreams. I also Snapchat everybody for 30 minutes while there being nobody at your bench. Sorry I wasn't there, Slade. I was working. I do apologise. But yeah, hopefully you go back to doing them, Slade, because I enjoy your painting streams. Right back where I was. But yeah, anyone who wants to come and join the Discord, please do. And if you want to enter this competition, it's a painting competition, but the people who are members of the Discord will vote for the winner. Go into the competition section and you'll see a summer 2026, and it finishes in less than 2 hours. Do you like the little Nurglings 40k? They're nice, aren't they? They defend the box when I'm asleep. I just think the house I like little shit, but they're alright. Now this is where you need a steady hand just to get these little bits in. Right, so we've done the back pieces there, and you can start seeing a little bit of contrast now between the model and the black. We've got a little bit of Under Armour behind the knee, as you can see here. So simply, just let the brush do the work. Just slide the brush in and just pull along. That's it. That's all you have to do. Because it's down in a recess, you don't have to be too aggressive with it. But obviously, make sure you've got it controlled as well. But if you do make a mistake, that's fine. You can always go back and fix it. And some of the best mistakes... I mean, I did what was it? I did a mistake. We did a mistake. How was that? It just hit me on it. Yeah. I did a couple of mistakes, and they turned out great, and I ended up leaving them in and doing my army around them. So mistakes are actually good to do. Occasionally. There you go. You can see like the difference now between the back of one knee, but you can see a bit of the contrast now. So once you start seeing the model of the black bits on, it starts standing out more. The armour then comes and makes sense. Sometimes you don't see the differences in the armour until you've got bits like this. Right, so there's no back of that leg. Holy shit, I missed a big piece there. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna have to do some. This guy, I completely cocked up on him. I've missed 2 bits. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's quite embarrassing. Right, I'm gonna have to fix him tomorrow. Little bro has one of those Nurglings. I think the Nurglings are ace. The Nurglings are cool. I bought them for Chaos when we were together, and they've just kind of been sat there on a unit. So they now protect the giveaway box. So any giveaways we do in the future, the Nurglings will protect. But yeah, come and join. Yeah, you're allowed armies. Absolutely, you're allowed armies. So the rules for the competition is it can be armies, it can be a model, it can like a single model, it can be a bit of terrain, it can be a diorama, whatever you want to put in, and then the members of Discord are going to vote who is their favourite. Right, underarm. I've just seen someone put that. There you go. Slave's just put some in. Nice. Thank you, Slave. There's a £50 gift card up for grabs. It's worth doing it. What we're going to do regarding the poll. So if you're in the Discord, you get to vote for who you think is the winner. We're going to do a top 3. 10 points, 5 points, 1 point. And then, whoever is top on the giveaway Sunday at the end of the month will get a £50 voucher for wherever they want. Can't say fairer than that, can I? It's not costing you anything to enter. I'm just a nice guy. But yeah, August we will definitely do a long stream, like a 12-hour stream. We'll start it as Wilson says there. We'll start it as a 3-hour. Every membership, subscriber, stuff like that I get, we will extend it by whatever minutes. So like a membership will be an extension of like 20 minutes. Super chat, depending on how much you gift, will increase it by that many minutes. So yeah, we'll have a good think about it. Right. Oh, one on his knee. The only thing now is this is starting to dry out. So in the dry weather that is now, no one's going to understand yours. We'll have a little look in a bit. But yeah, now that we're now it's starting to dry out a bit, make sure you're cleaning your brush more often, so it doesn't start sticking together. And yes, do put it in your mouth to create your tip. I do love that question. When people say, well, why'd you put it in your mouth? Great tip. Great point. looks like all of the black's done. So you can now see, with the blacks appearing, the armour standing out a lot more. There you go. So what I would normally do at this point, if I'm doing, say, one model, I'd start doing all the silvers. So we'd do silvers here, silvers there, silvers there, silvers there. The sword, the weapon. I'll tell you what. We'll just focus on doing one. Right? So, get some lead belcher. Leadley belcher. And we'll do that as well. You dropped an image in general. Nice, let's have a look. Oh, cool, yeah. Oh, I wish I'd have got that one. So that's the stern guard guy. That's the stern guard. So yeah, you've got the Ramius is the stern guard. Maphiel is the assault intercessor. Bethel, which is the one I've got, is the infiltrator. And is it just them three? Is it them three, or have you got more? Thoughts on airbrush painting models? I love it. I love. Oh shit, that's Mechanicus Standard Grey. That's the wrong colour. No. Airbrush is great if you've got the place to do it. So I couldn't airbrush on stream because of my PC. I'd end up coating it and getting paint in the computer itself. So for me, it's a bad idea. But yeah, airbrush models definitely. So I'm not very good at airbrushing because I've not really tried it. But what I tend to do with an airbrush, I bought a really cheap one, and I just undercoated all of these. So I base coated them in black, and then I undercoated them in Dark Angel green or Caliban green airbrush. But I just like a paintbrush. And there's two guys I know who own a shop around the corner from a couple of towns over, and they're professional painters. Like, they're commission painters. They get paid to paint models and sell them, and people pay commissions and whatnot. They do majority of it with airbrushing. And they said to me, "So why don't you do it?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to." So they're gonna show me how to do it, so that yeah, I can learn to airbrush it properly, because it'll cut the time down massively. Just those three for now. Planning to try and you look tomorrow for something else. Nice, yeah. No, they're good models. That's push fit. So the 11th edition box set, the Armageddon box set, that's all push fit. So if anyone wants to know what push fit is, if you go onto the Discord channel and have a little look on general, there you go, 2 new people in the Discord. Welcome in. They're all push fit. Tallahassee is me. So in the if you see someone called Tallahassee in the Discord, that is me. Right, let's do some silvers. Let's try and make it stand out that little bit more. And always water down your paints. So depending on what sort of coverage you want, you may do 50-50 paint, you may do 60-30 paint, you may do like 10% paint to 90% water. Just depends on what sort of effect you're trying to achieve. Sorry, my moustache hairs keep rubbing up my nose, and because I've got the fan on behind me. You all see that? No, my bad. I'm not going to bother finishing the inside of that. I'll do that one later. What I wanted to do was get a nice lighter colour. So the silver's obviously a lot lighter. I'm using the wrong silver as well. I'm just using lead belcher for now, but I want to use that for Leho one, but I didn't do it. You've 3D printed a few Terminators from your yeah. 3D printing is a really good tool. A really good tool to use. use it for like starter bits, cosmetic bits, kit bashing bits. I said the only place that you can't use them is in tournaments. But if you're just going to play with your mates down at the local shop, or you know, play at your home and stuff like that, don't matter. I will still always buy bits from Warhammer, because the last thing I want to happen is everyone do 3D bits and the hobby goes, because no one's buying any of the stuff. I mean, they're making the prices that much that people will soon walk away. It's got to be a turning point at some point. But yeah, I'll still buy the models from Warhammer, but I will get me kit bash bits. MX fell asleep. Was it boring you that much, or was it the nice, cool, chilled out vibe that we have over here at Dark Pack Gaming? Oh, I forgot to show you the new design for the t-shirts, didn't I? I'll show you in a sec. So we do a little bit of merch, nothing major, and I've designed some new t-shirts, or ideas for t-shirts anyway. So we'll have a little look in a sec. Get these silvers done. No, it's the 5 hours sleep you had. Nah, I'm with you on that, mate. Bloody, I was up at 4 this morning taking my daughter to the airport because she's gone on a school trip to Spain. The first time she's been away from me on her own. School trip, 15. So I'm like, you know when you feel dead anxious for them, and they won't understand it until they're older. I didn't understand it when I was on school trips and stuff like that. But yeah, just not being there if she needs me. Felt quite, I won't say emotional, just more apprehensive and a bit anxious before. She rang me, everything's good. Alright, so that's them ones done. Now we will move on to the little vents on the side here. There's been quite a lot of these here tonight. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. It's been nice. I love the chats as well. Keep them coming. Ask anything you want. Comment about anything you want. As long as there's no dicking about, say whatever you want. Not bothered. But if you're going to do a bit of banter, be prepared to get the banter back. That's all I say. There you go. You see in the backpack now, taking the model to a bit more of a life. I was finally falling asleep about 5ish this morning, I said, no, I better get up, otherwise I won't. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I absolutely get that. But yeah, make sure you've only got, everyone, you've only got an hour and 40 of the summer 2026 painting competition. Make sure you enter it, because I'm not picking the winner, you guys are. It's going to be like a public vote. So get in there. It's been live for like fucking 6 months. Everyone's only been putting in yesterday. Right, we're going to do these little bits of vents in here. And while we're here, we will do the silver here. And let's do it on the sword as well. As I say, I've said this a lot. I'm not a professional painter. I wouldn't even say I'm that good. It's more, I know a few techniques that make things look good. So yeah, that's why I tend to paint the way I've always painted. And I'll basically just tell you what I do, and if it works for you, do it. So yeah, as soon as you start putting little things like that on, starts bringing the model to life then. Get little bits of colour and whatnot. Thoughts on the law update about the MI... Oh, yes, yeah. I think that was a bit of a piss take. You mean about Jagatai and Dawn? Yeah, I think that might have been a bit of a joke aimed at someone. Saying that they were dead. I don't think they are. I think they're still alive. Personally, Jagatai went in the webway chasing after Drukhari. Now, time in the webway runs differently than real space. So, Jagatai could have been in there for like 10 minutes. Could have been in there for a couple of hours. Could have been for a couple of years. And 10,000 years has passed out here. So, there's a couple of theories. I think, personally, the way I think what's happened, it was one of the theories, is he was overwhelmed by the Drukhari and he's now fighting in the fighting pits. That's personally what I think has happened to Jagatai anyway. Dawn has had his law rewritten. So originally he was dead. And they had his body in stasis on the phalanx, but that got rewritten to just his fist. So I think they're both alive. You can't just have like 6 demon Primarchs. One, if you're classing Omegon as Omegon as a Primarch, which he really is. Unless Omegon's dead and it's Alfarius who's still alive. So you can't have 6 Demon Primarchs, a standard Primarch, against 2 Loyalist Primarchs. So have a bit of a break as well. So obviously you've got Korax, we know is still alive and he's chasing Lorgar. In fact, I'm going to stop the painting for the night because I've just realised what time it is. So Korax is still there. He's chasing after Lorgar. Lehman Russ, I think, is still around as well. He went off into the warp chasing, or going out for a. He just wanted to go out and pick a fight with someone. Vulcan is still alive. He was killed on Ulanor. Well, killed. He's a perpetual. So Vulcan. It's a tough one. Vulcan could be buried. Vulcan could be been taken by the orcs because the orcs like a fight. So maybe he's in like an orc fighting pit, fighting them. So I think Vulcan is definitely 100% still alive because he's a perpetual, can't die. I think Jagatai's still alive in the webway, and I think Gilliman will hear about it, about this giant warrior. And I think Gilliman will hear about it through his Eldar friends, because obviously Eldar, or Eldari, Drukhari, same race but hate each other. I think he'll find out about it from them and they'll go in and get him out somehow. Vulcan does live, and it's a good book as well. I've recently read that. Vulcan Lives. Really good book. Hang on, let me turn the music off. There we go. Turn the music off so you can hear me now. Vulcan, I definitely think, is alive. Well, he is perpetual. I think Lehman Russ is definitely alive because he's one of the main faction Primarchs. I think Jagatai is still alive. I also think Dawn is still alive. Korax is 100% alive because he's chasing after Lorgar. So yeah, there's only Sanguinius and Ferrus who are dead. So the other 7 are still around. So 2 we've got. Dawn, Jagatai, Vulcan, Korax, and Russ. They'll all come back. They'll all definitely come back. And then we'll have a nice big showdown. But who do we think will be the next Primarch returning to the game? Do you think it will be Perturabo? Because we've had pictures of him. Do we think there's going to be 2 Primarchs coming back this edition? Because last edition we only had 1, which was Fulgrim. The edition before that, we had, so 9th edition, there was Angrom and the Lion, and there was Mortarion 8th or 9th, because Gilliman and Magnus were 8th. Was Mortarion 8th or was Mortarion 9th edition? So yeah, we've got 4 demons versus 2 loyalists. And it's who's next? Who is next? Russ will be, but Russ's law states he will only come back at the end times. So it's not quite the end times yet. He'll come back at the darkest hour for Fenris. So I think there's going to be at some point a massive offensive against Fenris. And I think it'll be Magnus who will be leading it. And I think that's when he'll come back. A bit of a random question. Do you think that Hellbrute should get a new model? Yes. They're really out of scale compared to the Dreadnoughts. And canonically, I can't. I've got. Never mind. I'm a bit dyslexic. Canonically, they're about the same size. Yes. Mortarium is 8th, if you remember correctly. Nice one. Yeah, Hellbrutes, I reckon this edition will get a new model. Because we've got Forge Fiends, Mauler Fiends in 9th edition, or 8th edition, one of the 2. You got Obliterate. I reckon there'll be new Obliterators out this edition because of the Mutilators. But I definitely think... Have you had a go at the competition? Nice one, Ripsaw. Yeah, you've got an hour and a half. Get your models in. Get your models in. The more models, the better. But yeah, Hellbrutes, I reckon I'll get a new one because Chaos have had a lot of new ones and the Defiler has been so popular. The Hellbrutes are just better. So I reckon there'll be definitely a new Hellbrute. I reckon there'll be new Obliterators. I think for Space Marines are going to get a new Dreadnought, which is going to be based around the Venerable Dreadnought. So I think it will be, like with the Venerable Dreadnought, you could have different weapons on one side. You can have an arm on the other, or you can put a weapon on there, like a ranged weapon on there. So I think there'll be a Venerable Dreadnought. I think there's going to be a captain on a bike. I think for Dark Angels, I've heard there may be a interrogator chaplain on a bike because of Dawn of War, like a tie-in on that one. Everything is Magnus's fault, including your sweaty balls. Playing question: how do you find the stats and rules for your teams? So there is an app, the Warhammer app, which is free, but you have to buy the codex, and then there's a code in the codex you input, and it unlocks the army. So you could do that, or there are websites that have got them all. And I think it was called... What was the website called? Is it Crusader he sent it me? Or was it Wilson? There you go. So you've got Warhampedia. So you've got Warhammer Wikipedia, basically. You can find them all on there. You can find them all on there, and you can have a look at the stats and whatnot. New recruit, mate. Yeah, they'll start getting them. So as soon as they come out on the app, they just get drawn up on there. But yeah, there's all sorts of places that you can do. But yeah, if everyone could, if you've not subscribed, do us a favour, hit that subscribe button for me. 2,000 subs. And we will be, not that one, 2,000 subs, and we will be giving that away. So I bought 2 boxes. I've got one box just here that you can't see, which I've started putting together, like all the intercessors and the bits that you've seen. But we've got that to give away as well, once we hit 2,000. So what are we on? Oh, bloody hell. We're at 1290. That's amazing. Thank you, everyone. Oh, battery low. What was the battery low come from then? Is that from my headset? My headset might be running low on the battery. So I might have to jump out soon. But yeah. List Forge is a good one too. Okay, cool. I've not heard of that one. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. Yeah, 2,000 subscribers, and we're giving that away, and I will post it to wherever you are in the world. Can't say fairer than that. But 2,000 we need to. Also, as well, if you've got Instagram, this is a big one, put !GPP. I'll put it in. So if you do !GPP, that's Grease Piece Painting. He was in chat before, and we're trying to get his Instagram account to 2,000 followers, and he's going to donate a combat patrol, and we'll give it away as soon as he hits 2,000 followers. Trying to join your Discord. It says the link is invalid. Right, hang on a sec. Go into that one. Go into invite to server. Edit link. Never generate new link. Copy. Oh, you're using the description. Well, if anyone wants to join it, there you go. There's the Discord link. Come and join us. There's the Discord link. Come and join us. But yeah, come and join the Discord. The more the merrier. Oh, wow. There's a couple more of you have joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You'll notice we have a few different things. So we do Monday minis. So every Monday, you show your minis off. We show them all live on YouTube so everyone can see them. And we show how great everyone is. No bollocks, no bullshit, no saying this is bad, that's bad. No, it's all positive. Every single thing is positive about it. We also have a competition, which you'll see runs less than an hour and a half left. You will see, if you go down to the competition section, something called Summer 2026 Painting Comp. Put a couple of your models in there, and that finishes midnight tonight. I'm going to close the room down tonight, so only you can see it. You can't comment on it. And I'm going to make a poll, and all you guys are going to vote for the winner. And you get one vote. No, you don't. I'm going to do it so that you can vote top 3 and do it that way. So, yeah. So you have to post up to 10 images of the same model or just different model, whatever you want to do for the painting competition. So it can be a single model. It's only up to 10 images. You don't have. You can do one if you wanted to. Just 10 shows it off a bit better. So it can be of a single model. It can be of an entire army. It can be a bit of terrain, or it can be a diorama. Any of those. Just pop them in. But I say you've only got an hour and a half to do it. You've only got an hour and a half, and then I'm going to close the room. I mean, it's been there for 6 months. It's been there for 6 months, and we've only just remembered about it. Yeah, but like as you can see, some people have put 9, some people have put 10, some people have put 1, 5, 3, 7, 1, a video. So yeah, you can do whatever you want. What room is Monday Mini? So Monday Mini's only the room is locked, but we put it in on so every Monday we do it. So right now there's nothing there, Rhinestone. But it's in the Warhammer section. So if you want to show off some of your models, there's a 40k section. You can just jump in there and do it then. But Monday Minis, we just do on a Monday. I'll tend to open it on the Sunday night when I'm streaming, doing the Sunday preview. And then we have a look at it on Monday night. So we're normally looking at it about sort of this time on a Monday. Yeah, Member Minis opens on a Monday, yeah. So that's when we just show them off. I did try and do it for a week, but no one ever touched it, so I just do it there and then. Right, I am going to disappear. Thank you very much for 10 new subscribers today, which is amazing. So I want 10 more to get to 1,300 by the end of the week, which would be fantastic. And then we're racing our way through to 2,000. And then as soon as we hit 2,000, I'm giving that away. But make sure you're here on weekends. Sorry, not weekends. The last Sunday of every month. So the last Sunday of every month, we do giveaways. We do a quiz, which is free to enter. It's just fastest finger first. That's why you would have seen things like this. So you'll see yourself popping up in chat, quiz night, and then I put the questions up here. And then whoever answers the question first over in the chat section over here wins. And then every 5th question, you win you get to go through to the spin the wheel, and then when you do to the spin the wheel, there's a chance of winning a model, and I'll post it out to you. So like Crusader won a box of Raptors the other day. Skeleton won Lysander last. Oh no, he didn't. He won the Warhammer TV Astra Militarum character from 2 editions ago. He's also won Lysander. Seismic one, Vulcan Hestan. So we have models that we get donated in, still in the box. So Grease Piece Painting, that's why everyone should go and follow Grease Piece Painting, because he donates a lot of these models. We have that was donated by Chaos Gamer. So yeah, there's all sorts. But I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to carry on painting tomorrow. I'll be on from around about 7:30 my time, 8 o'clock, something like that. So I started at 8 o'clock tonight. So what time are we now? So my time now is nearly 20 to 11 UK time. To give you an idea. So depends on how far behind or ahead you are. But thank you, everyone. It's been absolutely amazing. If you could hit that like button before you go, that would be fantastic. And yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. And we'll just carry on having a good old chinwag. So if you have any questions, make a note of them. And then when you're here tomorrow, let me know. And we'll see what we can do to answer them out, to help you out with the answers. But thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great evening. And bye-bye. I love you all. And oh, yeah, some great pictures going in now. You've got less than an hour and a half to get you into the competition. Go now. See you later. Love you all.